G'day everybody, it's Nez again. It's day 3. The day 3 content's not out yet, so I thought I'd do a video anyway. I'm deep into my niche research Deep into my niche research at the moment, so I thought I'd give you a bit of an idea of how I go through the process. Every bit of note taking I do mind mapping. I love mind mapping. It's just the kind of, I guess it's kind of the way my brain works. It's the way I always do everything. It works really well for me, so I thought I'd give you a bit of a, not so much a demonstration today, but just to show you a couple of examples of the way I do it. I'm not going to show you my niche research, obviously, because you never know, but I've got a couple of other bits and pieces of notes here I wanted to show you to give you an idea of what I do, basically. So without further ado, I'll give you a bit of a close-up of one of them. Now, right in the middle of my ideas, I've actually put a little bit of a post-it note over the top because there's a couple of things I didn't want to give away. The first note I wanted to show you is a children's story I'm currently writing. The very middle of the mind map is the name of the story, so I thought I would just blank that out and not give it away. Probably being overcautious, but you just never know. So I'll do a little close-up and hopefully I'll get it right, so just bear with me for a second. I want to hold it up for you. There we go. Now, as you can see, it's coloured because colour coding is very important when you do this sorts of things. And I'm not quite sure if I can have a look at it myself. The way I've mapped out my story here is I've got what's happening in the story, and all of that's mapped out in purple. The characters that are involved and different plot points, things like that. In the green down the bottom, I've mapped out. Like, I start with the core concept. So here is message. And the messages that are involved in the story, whatever the morals of the story are linked to the green area, so it all flows. And different plot points as well, they flow together, so you can tell at a glance what's going on. At the top, we've got the setting, so we've got different aspects of the setting and different things that describe the environment of that setting. And as well as that, over here we've got the characters, so I've got my little area for my 3 main characters, and it branches off. I've also got just secondary characters and sort of extras that are in the story. All makes a bit of a difference. And the other one I'll show you. Let's see, what have I got here? This was a conference I went to a few weeks back. Even when I go to seminars and conferences, I still do it the same way. I'm very nerdy. I've got a pencil case I take with me that's full of texters, and I just do lots of little notes and diagrams as I go. It may look a little bit overwhelming at the moment, but I can assure you that once you get into a habit of doing this, it's quite incredible. Like, as I said a couple of videos ago, the whiteboard at the back here, I usually have that covered in mind map. It's just one massive big mind map of whatever project I've got going at the moment. I got the idea for the whiteboard originally from John Reese. I read on one of his marketing blogs a while ago about how he as his war room, he's got the walls covered in whiteboard material. I just think that's fantastic because it's just a brainstorming area, and there's only me in here brainstorming at the moment, so I've got the big whiteboard there, which is terrific. Absolutely love it. If anybody is interested in hearing more about the mind maps, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help out with it and just do a little demonstration if I can. There is mind mapping software that you can get and try. I don't use the software myself, which is strange considering how nerdy people think I am, but you just can't beat in your research pen and paper. I mean, I know Ed's talked about in years gone by what he'd gotten from Gary Halbert, which was yellow legal pad, pen, wherever you are, just take notes. And I think you'll find most of the successful marketers, they all say the same thing. You have a pen and paper, you get away from the computer, you write down notes, you brainstorm. I take my notes, I go off, I brainstorm, and I rewrite a lot of them and really nut out processes, and mind mapping is a fantastic way to do that. So there you go, that's my update for today. Now, with my little movie quote game, the last 2 have been quite easy, so I thought I'd go with something incredibly cryptic this time, and it's actually so cryptic I can't even remember what it is, so I'm going to have to leave that one for today. But I did want to point out one thing. If any of you have heard of the game, The 6 Degrees of Separation of Kevin Bacon, I'm an absolute master at that game, so if anybody wanted to drop a comment down below with some actor's name. I guarantee you that within 6 steps I'll get you to Kevin Bacon somehow. I'll make the connections between all the actors. Now you might say, well, that's on video, that's very easy. You could go and look it up in IMDb and check out all these actors. That's true, but even then it's a lot of clicking and trying to find connections, and quite frankly I won't be doing that, and I can tell you quite honestly, give me an actor's name, I'll figure it out, and at the end of each video, each day, I'll tell you how I made the connections and just take you through. Pretty cool. I'd love to remember that movie quote. It was an absolute corker, and I can't for the life of me think of what it was. But I'll shut up for now. Good luck with the day 3 content when it gets there. Make sure you get your research done properly. And once again, if you want to know more about the mind mapping, just let me know and I'll put something together. Good luck, guys.